Biology. So we're going to do a quick one on some of the histo of kidneys, urinary bladder, ureter, urethra, all that good stuff. And what we're starting out with here is a look at the cortex of the kidney. So we got the cortex of the kidney right here. Whoops, see. There we go. That took me too long to get that little toolbar up there. I was about to cancel this video and scrap it. Glad I didn't. Here we go. So what we notice first of all is this ball of stuff right here. This round thing that I'm putting a blue circle around, this round thing right here is a glomerulus. So that round thing is a glomerulus. A glomerulus is a ball of fenestrated capillaries. So that thing right there is a glomerulus. There are about 1 million glomeruli in each kidney. They're in the renal cortex. Each is a ball of fenestrated capillaries. Each is going to be the site of blood filtration. So there are capillary cells in there. There are these other cells that are called podocytes in there that are doing some of the filtering. Now, we're going to find the filtrate right here, where I'm writing the word filtrate. That's where we're going to find the filtered blood. And that space where I am is in the lumen of the glomerular capsule. So this white space here is in the lumen of the glomerular capsule. The glomerular capsule is this structure that surrounds the glomerulus. There's actually 2 layers to it, and the 2 layers that we've got, we're only going to see one right now, okay? So I'm going to put a double arrow on it. There it is. That right there is the parietal glomerular capsule. That right there is the parietal layer, or just parietal glomerular capsule. It makes sure that when the filtrate is made, the filtrate doesn't go anywhere it's not supposed to go. So, let's recap some things. On this picture, we're looking at the renal cortex, so the cortex of the kidney. We are seeing a glomerulus, this ball of fenestrated capillary plus podocytes. And this is where filtration happens. We turn blood into this fluid called filtrate. The filtrate will be in this lumen of the glomerular capsule. And eventually, the filtrate is going to turn into urine. Now, the glomerular capsule, we see its parietal layer right here. It is simple squamous epithelium. It surrounds the whole thing if we go all the way around. And it makes sure that we keep the filtrate in the right place. All right, excellent. Let's keep on going. And we got another view of the same thing. It's just a different one, okay? So I still have the renal cortex here. I can still see a glomerulus. This big round thing that I'm putting lots of arrows on is a glomerulus. It's made of fenestrated capillaries. It has podocytes sitting on it to help with the filtration. Now, I can see this lumen here. This is the lumen of the glomerular capsule. This is where I'm going to find my filtrate. First place I'm going to find filtrate. Now, the lumen of my glomerular capsule is going to be surrounded by this simple squamous epithelial layer, which I'm putting a bunch of arrows on now, as I'm sure you are seeing. And this is called the parietal glomerular capsule. So it goes all the way around. Now, from the glomerular capsule, the first place the filtrate is going to need to go is going to be into a twisty tube right next to the glomerular capsule. And that twisty tube right next to the glomerular capsule is called the proximal convoluted tubule. tubule because it's a little tube, convoluted because it's twisty, proximal because it's next to the glomerular capsule. And I actually see a proximal convoluted tubule right here coming out of the glomerular capsule. So filtrate is going to go like this, whoosh, like that. And I can see this proximal convoluted tubule. Now it's convoluted, so it takes a lot of twists and turns. That's why, it's cut right here. But I can see another chunk of convoluted tubule right here. I can see another chunk up here. Another one over here. The proximal convoluted tubule, it is going to be made out of simple cuboidal epithelium. There are going to be a lot of microvilli in this epithelial lining on the apical surface. So in fact, all the like pinkish junkiness in here is because of the microvilli. Microvilli give us more surface area. More surface area to reabsorb good stuff from the filtrate and also to secrete bad stuff into the filtrate. So we can reabsorb stuff we want to keep in the body and secrete stuff we want to get rid of, we want to pee away. Okay, fantastic. Let's clear all this stuff. Let's go on to a new picture. And here I have another slide of my renal cortex. Again, I am going to have a glomerulus, fenestrated capillary ball where filtration happens. There will be podocytes in here to assist with the filtration. There's my glomerulus. I am also going to have my glomerular capsule's lumen right here. That's where I'm going to find my filtrate before it goes anywhere else. I can see my parietal glomerular capsule. I can also see a lot of proximal convoluted tubules. Here is one oops, let's undo that. Here is one cross section of a proximal convoluted tubule right here. Dun, dun, dun. Here is another one over here. Here is a more longitudinal section of one right here. These are where these are where reabsorption and secretion are going to take place. Now, and there's even more. I can see another one over here. Now, I also see something else here. I do see some distal convoluted tubules as well. So this guy right here is a cross-section of a distal convoluted tubule. I'm going to do reabsorption and secretion in these guys as well, but not as much. So if I'm not doing as much, I don't need the same amount of surface area. So I don't need microvilli. Notice how the lumen just looks like cleaner in here. The lumen doesn't look like it has all the fuzziness. Like, look at all the fuzziness over here. Fuzziness. The fuzziness is due to the microvilli. That's how I know these guys are all, where I'm putting these X's, are all PCTs. The ones without them are the DCTs. All right. So let's clear all that. Get out of there. And so now we've basically done the kidney, except for a few more pictures where I want to show you just the blood vessels. So here I can see lots of glomeruli. This slide has been stained so I can see the blood vessels. I can see these big cortical arteries. These are interlobular. I can also see my afferent arterioles. Here's one here. Here's one here. Here's some here. Here's one up here as well. I can see afferent arterioles leading to my glomeruli, and I can see lots of peritubular capillaries out here. All right, I think I got one more like this, or a couple more. Same thing here. More glomeruli, afferent arterial, interlobular artery. All right, we'll quit here. We'll pick up in another video with more of this stuff.